They got the show that we all watched. The dudes with the helmets that go in time travel and kill. It was what is that? Umbrella Academy, where they wear those fucking masks and they go and fucking what show was that?
We all watched this.
Yes, we've all watched it for sure.
Are you talking about like the two the time agents?
The black chick and the fat white guy. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I know
Academy,
what you're talking
right?
about. Yeah, that is Umbrella Academy.
They got that in the fucking Fortnite now.
There's Mary J. Blige, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was looking for the name of the actual character, not the.
Really? If you said, "Yo, Mary J. Blige, time travel killer," I'd be like, "All right, cool. Yeah, I remember."
You would know exactly the show. I even named the show Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, but you're talking about helmets. I didn't remember no fucking helmets.
Yeah, the helmets and time travel threw me off a little bit.
They wear these helmets.
I'm like, I don't remember
They got
no
special
fucking
helmets. But for our first topic, boys, GOT is back. It's back. It's in full effect. I'm hyped. If you're not hyped for it, I don't know what type of fucking rock you're living under. But boy, oh boy. This might be the best. This might be better than the first one, as long as I don't fuck the ending. But this might go down as the best one. Let's talk about it. Let's see what was the takeaways from the first episode, what we think and how it's going to go. I know this is a part of the Fire and Blood book series, right, Pucho, if I'm not mistaken? So...
Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize it was adapted off of a book specifically. I thought it was just like split off from Breaking Bad. Like I thought that Saul Goodman and Kim Wexler were their own like original. I didn't realize there was a novel that came before this.
I hate every essence of you. But now, what you guys thought about the first episode, man? I mean, obviously, did it live up to the hype for you guys, or?
I'm going in completely blind. Actually, like I was bugging Pucho when I was watching it. I was like I was texting him my thoughts.
Oh, as you was watching.
So I'm going in pretty blind. I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's interesting. I didn't know any of this.
When you say blind, what do you mean?
I never read the books. I didn't do any like reading on my own to figure out what the hell this shit was about. I'm just going in completely blind. All I've got is my Game of Thrones knowledge, which doesn't count because it's 200, 300 years after.
No, before.
Yeah, so I guess I'm going in blind too.
I mean like Game of Thrones happened 200, 300 years after.
Oh, okay, the first one. Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, no, it's before. Yeah, I never read any of the books either, mind you. In the beginning, I thought GOT was kind of fucking trash. But then Pucho was like, bro, give it a shot. And at his house, drinking one night, we watched it, and I was like, nah, this is pretty fucking lit. You know, Pucho put me as one of the characters. He was like, oh, this is you all day, bitch. Da-da-da-da. You were the king. You were the king, this, and that. I'm like, bet. But then I got killed by a fucking boar. It's the worst way to go out. But whatever.
I don't know how anybody could watch Game of Thrones and know Tony and not just say, yo, you are Robert Baratheon. They're the same. More wine. That's all this motherfucker be screaming. Shots.
I accepted it. I fucked with Robert Baratheon.
God forbid, once Tony watched Game of Thrones, he started calling people wenches. Come here, wench. and
Squire. Everett had an actual squire.
That's the people that watch Deadwood and then just call everyone cocksucker for a week after that.
Damn. I actually got to watch that shit. But no, yeah.
As we said last week, it's a show where not a lot happens, but it's somehow interesting to watch not a lot happen.
But no, yeah,
I liked it. I can't recommend it though.
Why?
Because if you sit there and you don't like it, it's not gonna be on me. It's a weird show. It's a very slow burn, and basically nothing occurs. It's a show. These people live in a town, and there's a lot of little dramas in this town, but there ain't like a big villain or this big baddie that they're fighting. Is nothing. It's these people live in the town, and there's just a lot of little dramas. And sometimes the people in the town side with different people in the town and that creates little drama. And that just happens repeatedly. There's nothing that's like the biggest thing that happens. I think they live in Wyoming. Was like the government, because this is before the United States went out west and claimed up a bunch of land, but it's they go to Wyoming to try to make it a state, or is it Oklahoma? I don't know. I don't even remember what state they're in. But they go over there to try to make it. They try to make it a part of the United States, and they're like, "Let's vote against it," and blah. And they didn't want to be a part of this. They wanted to live in a lawless place. But anyways, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, South Dakota.
South Dakota. I know it's just over there.
I'm going there next week, and I should know where the hell I'm going, but apparently I don't.
You're going to the least populated place in America.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink some whiskey and some cowboy bars, man.
It's awesome.
So yeah, Game of Thrones. I thought it was fire.
Yeah,
I've read the books, and beyond, aside from even having read it, and even my wife was right next to me, she watched it. It was really good. They did a good job adapting it. It's pretty faithful, almost completely faithful to the books, if that's something that matters to people. And then just beyond that, it was just good. Especially that first episode, they gave you so much. You got like 2 different parts where people are like fighting. You got some dragon shit if you're into that. You see some drama at the courts, and then some backstabbings, and then they're laying the groundwork for what the show's gonna be about. I thought it was a fantastic.
It's gonna be a shit ton of backstabbings. They're gonna.
I gotta. Oh yeah, 100%. I don't trust that hand.
No. Hey, yeah, facts.
Oh, we're doing spoilers, right? Do we need to warn the people, or are we doing a no spoilers discussion?
Any
somehow?
real fan have watched the show on that day that it aired. At least
I don't see how we can do this without it being spoilers.
Yeah, there's gonna be spoilers. You haven't watched, maybe wait 24 hours and we'll have our next section out.
That dude, Prince Damon, bro, why does his face look so sucked in?
Oh, Matt Smith just is an interesting looking actor.
It's just so weird.
He's fantastic though. He was on Doctor Who. That's where I know him from. He played one of the doctors for several years, or like a couple of years or something. He's a phenomenal actor. He grew on me, so I am really enjoying seeing him as playing this kind of a morally ambiguous character.
I'm not gonna lie, I was freaked out by his face too. It's like soulless. I was like, "What's going on here?" I'm like, "There's something missing."
And I'm gonna butcher her name though. Alicent Hightower, I think is how you say it, right?
I think that's right.
She looks phenomenal. So far, she looks really good. That's all I gotta say.
What you mean so far? You just commenting on her looks? No.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how she builds up as a character, but she looks good. Just gotta say, just want to throw it out there.
I gotta be honest. When I started the show, I was like, I'm only giving this 15 minutes. If it doesn't catch my attention, it doesn't catch my attention. Yo, at minute 5, I was like this on my iPad.
What was it that grabbed you?
I don't, just learning about that area, like they were in the dragon. What's that dragon? That castle wasn't burned down yet. Yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought the girl's pretty cool. She's kind of hard to look at in the face a little, but other than that, the girl that rides the dragons, she has a peculiar face.
I think everyone looks weird when you put platinum blonde hair on them, especially if you're like a very light-skinned, pale person.
I don't know, bro. Corlys Valerian looks dope with them platinum dreads. Yo. I'm just gonna say.
He spends some time on his hair, man. He's got a whole routine that those like his maids and whatnot, his servants come in and do. He's got luscious locks.
I do find it not odd. I do find it how they. I think is he like the first Lord of Game of Thrones that's black? Because I don't think there was a Lord or anything like that. Anybody that was of a high level of stature in the first GOT. So like it's interesting to see that in this one. That's what caught my eye. I was like, oh wow.
I can't even remember a black character in Westeros.
Just the black dude that saves the one guy.
Wormtongue. I guess Wormtongue's not from Westeros though, right? Or not Wormtongue. Who am I thinking of? What the hell is that guy's name? Grey Worm.
Grey Worm's
Grey
not
Worm.
black.
Grey Worm is he was a slave.
Yeah,
all the black people are slaves.
I'm mixing up Lord of the Rings with Game of Thrones.
It's that sailor guy, the guy that's in the boat and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
He has his boy. Yeah. His boy keeps helping him out.
Yeah, the pirate.
Yeah, but he's a pirate. But
I'm talking about like a lord, someone of high value.
Yeah, no, Tony's talking about a lord. I'm saying Let's name a black man in Westeros. I can't even think of him. So why are you talking about lords? I can't even remember any black people.
I could have sworn there was somebody like
You can't name him. I can't name him. Joey brought up one. He's the pirate, Saladin or something. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I mean, like there's
he's the Fingers friend, right? That's what you're talking about.
Little Fingers.
He's down with
friends.
Sir Davos Seaward.
But he's from somewhere. He's from somewhere else. He's from somewhere else too, though. Like they say that he's from one of the other, countries, continents, kingdoms probably, realms, something.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Anyways, it's not clear. In the books, the Valyrians, it's also confusing because the Valyrians are from Valyria, but they are a house named Valerian. It's spelled different, but they're also from Valyria, which is why their hair is silver. Or they have some ties to Valyria, but they don't ride dragons or nothing like that. They're way far removed from like when the Targaryens were there.
Yeah, they're like second cousins to Targaryens or some shit like that. They're related in some distant way.
I can't wait for the Valyrian steel method, how they make it. That's one of the strongest metals.
So here's one of my complaints that I told Pucho. I really enjoy the show, but here's a complaint about the show, this universe. It's been 200, 300, 400 years or something, right? Between this and Game of Thrones. Yeah. There's no progress. They've made no technological advancements. They're using the exact same technology that they did back then.
I also noticed that too. I was like, wow, not a lot has improved technology wise, or like even like from then to there. I'm like, they're kind of still doing all the same shit they were doing in 200 years later.
It's like that in a lot of fantasy though, like because even like Lord of the Rings, like you could go as far back. Like these elves have been around for like 1,000 years. They're living the same life they did 1,000 years ago. It's like the existence of magic fucks up like technological progress or something. Like I don't know, but yeah, it is bullshit. There's people on the A Song of Ice and Fire subreddit, and they're like, I think they were speculating that in their world gunpowder doesn't exist. So because gunpowder, just that one thing doesn't exist, it halted like all technological advancement. Like because they would have learned just a lot more shit by experimenting with new technologies, pretty much.
No, gunpowder has to exist. No, they used a candle to set off the dragon fire. I'm wrong. I was like, they set off a timed fuse on the dragon fire, but they used that candle. They used that little like half worn down candle.
Yeah, and they had like a line of whatever the
fuel
fuck.
Or whatever the hell that shit is.
It's not dragon fire.
Is it not dragon fire?
The green stuff.
Yeah, the green stuff. My brain isn't working.
Well, Game of Thrones and the original show, I guess it was called Dragon Fire. I think
it might not be. I was tossing in a word that made sense there, but it might not be.
I'm gonna have to probably Google that shit.
Dragon nut, dragon cum.
Well, there goes the sexual part now.
So they would have a person that would have to harvest that somehow, is what you're proposing.
Terrible.
A red rocket.
I do like the cover art. I do like the cover art of the show though.
I like the throne change. I think that all the swords like just laid out is kind of cool.
Yeah, that shit was cool. Yeah. I also want to see, I hope they show it in this, like them actually building the chair of it. That'll be kind of cool to see because, I mean, I
was hoping they went that far back. I wanted them to show the conquest, where basically when Aegon Targaryen came to Westeros and took over. But they didn't. I was like, oh, man. Because that's how Fire and Blood starts, like the book. We're just seeing a snippet of the book, pretty much, is what this part is about. But before that, you learn the whole history of what basically the Targaryens leaving Valyria and coming to this point in time. And yeah, there's a lot of cool battles. There's a lot of crazy shit happens. And then Aegon Targaryen basically, when he wins everything, he has everybody come to Westeros, give them their sword, and he melts it down into a chair with that. You saw that big ass skull, that big dragon. That dragon's flames is what what created the Iron Throne by burning all the
doom
swords
of Valyria.
Well, what else you guys can create is create that finger to hit the like button and the share button on our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're on all social media platforms. Share and like, take over the country with us. Become Targaryens, become the Dragon Kings yourselves.
Not like the January 6 people, though. Not like that.
Damn.
Yeah, not so much. Are we going to get some three-eyed raven in this show? Are we going to get some Game of Thrones links since they've shown that they can do weird, timey-wimey nonsense?
I hope so. Because, yeah, the three-eyed raven he's an old man, but he's like 100 years from now still.
Damn.
Okay.
But even still, like, they could go so far as to say, like, oh, Bran is like watching the past or something. There's that fucking Jon Snow show that's coming out. Like, what is gonna happen in that show?
Is there really?
Yeah, there's gonna be a Jon Snow show. He's gonna be out there beyond the wall, fucking off. I feel like they have to get reports of like Bran is like this crazy fucking god king that's doing all this like sketchy shit, and then you're gonna find out like, oh, the White Walkers are still in control of him, and then they're gonna have a whole battle again with the White Walkers, and then Jon's gonna have to go and kill Jon, or Bran. I'm sorry.
Are the Children of the Forest, are they gonna be in this Fire Blood or no? No, because
now everything that happens in this show is gonna be. You see as far up as like the Starks, like in Winterfell, some conversations up there. But it's all like in the South, everything that's popping off. It's like,
okay,
yeah.
So nothing.
I mean, that's fair. Rickon Stark looked fucking pissed when he was taking that oath anyway. You see the way he was like leaned down, like yelling that oath?
Yeah, I was telling Tony, his son, Cregan Stark, it's got to be the most badass character probably in the whole series of Game of Thrones. I mean, this man is a fucking badass. I hope that they go that far as to show like that part of the book, because it's my favorite part of the book.
Damn.
It's called The Hour of the Wolf. You know, I fuck with the Starks, all right? So it's just fire.
So he goes ham in the book.
He does some things, all right? And I dig it.
No spoilers.
I dig it. He
He's
does
doing
some
his
things and I
best.
dig it, all right?
No, that's fire. Like I said, I'm super excited. It's always gonna be all right, Sunday shutdown. Everybody don't call, don't text. That was the coolest thing about it. Like Pucho had a whole bunch of shindigs at his house for Game of Thrones and all this, and it was always fun. We had pigs in there, but we actually ate like some savages too and drank like savages. Shit was awesome. I missed that.
Yeah, we used to do events every Sunday. We'd invite everybody, make food, and have whiskey, and it's like everybody got to go to work on Monday. Everybody's pissed.
Yeah.
But still, you know, the invite was. I invited you guys this weekend, the past weekend, incidentally too, because we did like a birthday celebration for my daughter, and I was like, look, and Game of Thrones is on Sundays, so it works. But nobody came.
Did you buy some drinking horns?
I wish.
Should pick up some drinking horns, dude.
So, Mateo, it's called Wildfire.
Wildfire facts.
We should know this, Tony, because whenever we drink fucking, was it Bushmills? We call that shit Wildfire. It burns so bad.
That shit burns you all the way down, bro. That shit was the worst.
I don't like Bushmills.
I did want to say I found it weird that they had like the arena that you can joust. I didn't think that was that not in, like, did you not see that? Where they had the horses, they were jousting?
Yeah, I guess what'd you find weird about it? This is prevalent all throughout, like...
I know, but I didn't see none of that shit in the Game of Thrones, but now in Blood and Fire, like, we see it. I'm just like, damn, this is weird that they would have this in here. I was like, I didn't know that.
They did some jousting. Remember the mountain kills his sword because the other horse was in heat or whatever, so it threw off his There's like one scene of it in like the very first season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mountain like hacks off his horse's head, and there's a big fight. It's not as brutal as the fight in this one.
Yeah.
Also,
the gore is good.
Apparently, I need to not get all of my information on how jousting works from A Knight's Tale, because A Knight's Tale has told me completely wrong as far as how jousting actually works. They're not just scoring points; they're just going back and forth so someone falls off the horse in this show.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, you go back and forth until you unhorse someone, and then the person unhorsed could call for their sword, and then it becomes a melee. You go down there, you got to fight, sometimes to the death.
That's back then in the days, savage shit. Savage.
That guy that got his face smashed in, pretty crazy. That was the good gore. I was like, ooh, this is gory. Also, I didn't know ball on a stick beats sword. I didn't know that ball chain and ball stick thing beats a sword. Like, damn, that shit's a good weapon.
I mean, think of your rules, man. That thing is basically a rock, and rock beats scissors. So, it's a wrap.
Not only that, it's like on a chain, so you could like wrap a sword and pull it away from somebody, like. And then you can't really block that thing easily with a sword. Like, well, you're gonna pull a sword up, and then the chain's gonna hit the sword, and the ball's still gonna whack you in the head or something. It's a difficult.
If you
I don't want to fight no medieval. I don't want to be in no medieval fights. I'm good.
I wonder if the ball and chain is actually one of those weapons that wasn't actually used very much. Like, there's a lot of like weapons we see in like film and like movies and shows and things like that are just not actually real weapons or real things that they used back in the day. I wonder if the ball and chain thing is one of those.
It's possible. Like I think I mentioned this before. Like, we have a lot of like history writings about like how like about weapons and fighting and stuff, but we don't really have anything specific about how people fought.
Yeah.
Like so we kind of know the things that were around. We don't fully know how they were used. But we don't know how many people walked around with morning stars trying to hit each other with it. Like, we don't know. Like, we watch movies and you see two armies charge each other and it becomes a fucking meat grinder. And there's nothing that anyone could find that tells us that that's actually how we used to fight back in the day. Like, we just assume, we're like, I guess they just ran into each other. Like they got weapons in their hands. Like, they got it, we don't know. Like, they could have just as easily ran up, stopped, and started, like, poking at each other and create a little, like, no man's land. You know what I mean? Where one champion will come out on occasion and try to fight a couple dudes, and then that would just happen. Like, we just don't know how things have played out. It must have been so obvious to the people that were writing things that they just didn't bother writing it. That they were just like, of course everybody knows how we fight. That's how we all fight. Like, why would I write this down?
Why would you fight any other way besides this way?
I do like how the off rip the king has to choose either between his brother or his daughter off rip. Like for the heir
was
of
it
the
his
throne.
daughter? I'm not super clear on like some of the relationships in the show yet.
Oh no, yeah, that was his daughter for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
like I said,
is his daughter. Damon's his brother.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of drama. The precedent says he should have picked his brother, but the court, man, they were doing whispering in his ear. He was like, "I can't trust my brother." Like,
do we trust anyone on that court?
It seems like people have ulterior motives on there from the jump. That black dude, that look that he gave, and he put his hand on top of the wine. I was like, oh, he's tight like two tigers.
I mean, he's trying to stay sober. He's moving pieces. He doesn't want his mind clouded.
Yeah, that court was already on some other shit. Like, as the king, I wouldn't trust the fucking court. But I don't think your brother should have been heir to the throne. Like, if you have a child, whether she'll be the first queen or not to sit on the throne, or the first female to sit on the throne, because back then it only was male throne. It was like females don't take over that. Shit.
That's only because of precedent, Tony. As they said in the show, there's no actual rule against having a female ruler. It's just no one's done it yet.
So and that's what I'm saying.
Even the king himself, he became king because they passed up his cousin. Mm-hmm. So like,
which would have been the first.
By that rule, it's like you gotta maintain the fucking consistency, or else it's gonna create chaos.
I love it already though. So much already plot twisting. Everybody's fucking plotting on each other. Makes a great show. Great drama for sure.
I can't wait for the crossover with Fortnite. That's how you really know that like something's taken off and it's going to be big.
Absolutely. You think there's going to be a Game of Thrones crossover with Fortnite?
Yes.
I think so.
They got Dragon Ball Z. They got fucking they got the show that we all watched. The dudes with the helmets that go in time travel and kill. It was what is that? Umbrella Academy, where they wear those fucking masks and they go and fucking what show was that?
We all watched this?
Yes, we've all watched it for sure.
Are you talking about like the two the time agents?
The black chick and the fat white guy. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I know
Academy,
what you're talking about. Yeah, that is Umbrella Academy.
They got that in the fucking Fortnite now.
There's Mary J. Blige, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was looking for the name of the actual character, not the...
Really? If you said, Mary J. Blige, time travel killer, I've been like, all right, cool. Yeah, I remember.
You would know exactly the show. I even named the show Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, but you're talking about helmets. I didn't remember no fucking helmets.
Well,
they
the
wear
helmets
like
and
a
time
mask.
travel threw me off a little bit.
They wear these helmets. I'm like, I don't
They got
remember no
special
fucking
helmets.
But I was like, I don't remember no main character's time travel. But yeah, I totally forgot that Mary J. Blige and the white guy. Well, I don't know who that guy is, man.
But no, yeah.
Anyways, I found the jousting thing to just be a little crazy. Like how brutal those fights were.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that would have rocked out. Like
he's a weak king. He has no control over his realm. I think that's kind of what it was showing. And also like interlaced with the footage of his wife being forced to give birth and die. I think it was interesting showing like the two battles, the two like battlefields, and like showing like the one that really mattered was the one that was just his wife being murdered in her bed, basically.
Yeah, that was fucking tough to watch. I'm not even gonna front. I was like, oh, this is fucked.
What a piece of shit, man. Holy shit, she was begging for her life the entire time too. That shit was wild.
What was the right call?
Yeah.
I mean,
me personally, I think that the right call is you ask the person what they want to do and then you let them choose. She was definitely not on board with being killed to have a baby ripped out of her.
yeah.
Sure, but according to everybody, she was gonna die regardless. So is it? I don't know. I'm weirded out by it.
They said they could maybe save her. They would like they were either gonna lose, like if they could maybe save her. They could maybe save the baby too. They also said that was like an unknown procedure they had just heard of or some shit like that. Yeah, so Pooch, I don't think they could have saved both. They didn't know they were going to be able to save the baby, at least. Like that was also an unknown. But yeah, I think the right decision is definitely you ask the person and you let them make the call when one of those calls is going to lead to them potentially dying or absolutely dying.
You can't trust that either, though. People in distress don't make the best, clear, conscious decisions.
I mean, in today's age, I think it's completely wrong to tie up someone down and cut a baby out of them.
Yo, the way they did her was so greasy. The way that they cut her open, I was like, oh my God, that's horrific.
Yeah, that was actually hard to watch. Like, I was like cringing. I was like, ugh.
That baby died anyway.
Yeah. What a piece of shit.
The air for a day.
Oh, that shit was wild.
Yeah, that shit. But
I don't think anything in that toast was disrespectful, personally.
It sounds like a backhanded comment to call, like, you're the current heir, and then the baby's born, so he becomes the heir, and then he dies that day, and then you call him to the heir for a day. There's like a... you're trying to disrespect a little bit is the vibe I get. In his defense, he did that after he snooped on the council meeting and heard all the shit they were talking about him, and even how his brother was considering, like, you know, like how he can't make his brother an heir and things like that. So, like, I think there was some salt to why he did what he did, but
he's whack, though.
It's also never confirmed that he actually said heir for a day. He never flat out denied it. They don't show him saying it.
True.
I think he's whack for not showing up. He's supposed to be there, if I'm not correct, at those meetings, right? He's supposed to be sitting at the meeting. He just, I want to snoop. That shit's so weird. Like, you're lame, bro. Go over there and fucking defend yourself.
Maybe he wasn't allowed to. If they have a meeting about something.
I want to say that it was like they excluded him purposely is the vibe I got, because the meeting was them talking shit about him. Like, it wouldn't make sense for him to be there. But
it also seems like they had him in a bunch of different positions in like the last 5 or 6 years. They kept taking him away from everything. They put him as the treasurer. Then I guess they said that he was stealing money or something. They put him as this, and they were always complaining about him. So I feel like he's sitting in a room full of people that don't like him.
Well, it's a hand in particular. That hand fucking hates him.
So I was thinking this. You see him doing a bunch of fucked up things to the hand, right? But I feel like there's got to be a reason. Something had to happen that he saw something that he don't like this hand for a reason, and they're not showing it. Now they're making it seem like he's getting bullied, but maybe there's a reason for that bullshit.
I think that he just doesn't trust the hand. Like, I think when he went on his rant, he called the king weak. He told him he's got a court full of snakes, and they're all they've got their own motives. They're just trying to take a piece of him because they know he's a weak king. I think that was all just him just speaking from the heart. I think
those are all facts, though.
I think he truly thinks that he's being held back from being able to protect his brother.
Yeah, and I think he's also salty that, like,
he ain't the option.
He said, yo, why you never made me the hand? Like, we're family. We're supposed to rule together. You're going to make this other dude the hand? Facts. So I think he's also resentful towards that guy. Even if that guy didn't do anything to him at that time.
Must have never heard of nepotism.
His brother never heard of nepotism.
Their entire role is nepotism.
I know. I know.
But no, yeah, either way, this is going to... Definitely waiting for a second episode. And it's only a 10-parter too. It's only 10 episodes.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, so hopefully we get bangers. I don't want no fluff shit.
I mean, HBO is canceling everything right now. Let's see if they end up canceling this show after one season.
Nah. HBO Max is canceling things. It's kind of two different divisions of the same company.
It's WB acquired HBO Max, and they're fucking canceling all the shows.
Sure. That's...
Still canceling.
I'm just saying that HBO Max is separate from HBO, and whatever management decisions they're making over at HBO Max isn't going to impact Game of Thrones at all.
Get your shit together, Warner Brothers. You gave us 2 Justice Leagues. The same movie you released twice. You put money into that and you can't give us a Batgirl? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.